Hey everyone, Dave here, and today I wanted to answer on whether I think small fixed blades are actually worth it. I have a couple small fixed blades on me right now. I think the most common one that you're going to recognize is the Brisa Necker. These other two are just knives from GearBest that I got a long while ago. Now let's start with the Brisa Necker. This is a really well-made knife. It's a really nice grind. It's a very nice handle. 12C27, not half bad steel. Stainless steel, highly polished. The fit and finish of the knife itself is really good. So I've had this knife for quite a while, and to be honest, it doesn't really come out with me anymore. There's multiple reasons for that. The reality is I much would rather bring one of my folders, one of my pocket knives with me, something like the Kaiser Mini Domen, which is pretty much the same size knife. It's got a really nicely fine ground N690 steel, so it's actually got better edge retention than the 12C27. Very thin and slender. I took the pocket clip off, so this actually lives in my Possibles pouch, and it's in my bag every time I come out here. I just think that the folders nowadays are so many varieties and so many options. A lot of them are very fun to play with, and they come really well ground. They're affordable, and they're just more packable than your small fixed blades. Even though this has a really nice fit and finish and a really nice grind to it, all these other pocket knives, from CJRB to Kaiser to QSP to Civivi, with the biggest one I got with the Civivi Praxis, they are all also very well ground knives. A lot of them are stainless steel or D2. They have a lot of good edge retention to them. And for the tasks that you're going to be putting this small fixed blade through, you can easily just choose to use a folder instead. The folder is going to cut up and slice and do even light carving tasks to the same ability that this small fixed blade is. Like, I'm not going to be like whacking on this fixed blade, That's what my main belt knife is for, is to be the one that takes the beating out there. The belt knife is going to do like pretty much 99% of your tasks. Whenever I carry the Necker on me, I basically have to find a task to use it for. I have to intentionally be like, I'm going to use this small little knife because it's so beautiful to cut this little piece of paracord. How wonderful it felt when I did it. My main belt knife can also slash some paracord and, even cut up my sausage and to do pretty much everything as well. And if you do bring small fixed blade knives out with you, please share the ones that you tend to bring with you and give a few reasons why. I don't like wearing knives on my neck anyways, so I would never put these knives on my neck. I just feel like I'm getting choked for no reason. And then you compare bringing something like this to just bringing a simple folding knife or even a Swiss Army knife. You're just going to get so much more value out of it for less space and for less weight. The only thing you lose out on with the folders is technically this one is going to be harder to break. So I feel for me, that's a very, very small range on why I would buy this knife over a decent folding knife. I've never broken a folding knife out here because I just don't use it to baton. So as long as you're just, doing the normal thing and using all those harder tasks for your axe and with your knife, then you're not going to break your folder unless you're being stupid with it, basically. The Civivi Praxis actually has a defense element to it with that nice big leaf blade shape. You can get a full handle on it. This is a bit of a stabby one. It also is very well ground and can easily be your prep knife as well. And the footprint of this knife and the Brisa, it's actually smaller and it actually weighs less, and you're getting a lot bigger blade. You can carry this one attached to your pocket while you have your fixed blade knife on you. So you technically have two knives on you that you could potentially defend yourself with. And I find knives like this cute little knife from GearBest, this would be the only knife I would potentially wear on my neck. It's also it's such a limited range, and what are you gonna do with such a small little blade? And even a blade this big, it's maybe if you're skinning things. So the smallest fixed blade that I would genuinely bring out with me that actually would be functional is something like the Mora 511. That actually has a decent length to the blade. This would actually be really good at carving. It would be more comfortable to carve with this knife than it would be to carve with this one here. and it's so much cheaper. Like when you see how inexpensive this knife is compared to how expensive this knife is, it's very hard to justify buying this versus this. And you have the same sort of steel on knives like this. Like this is genuinely, like the more classic one even is actually a nice carving knife. If you want to bring a small light knife, get a cheap more like a 511 or a classic one, even just like a more companion. All of those knives would be much better than bringing the small Brissa-Neckers and some of those small Essies. I would never recommend them. They're just like, they're overbuilt and they're too small. Like there's not much you're going to be doing with them. It's not really going to add value to your game. It's not going to really change the dynamics of you in the forest. And I really do hate knocking this knife because it's beautiful. It's well made. It's nice. It feels nice in the hands, but like it's almost like a little child's knife, unfortunately. Like maybe my daughters I will give this to them, but like I'd be super scared that they would like slice their fingers off with this one because it is ground so finely. In the end, do I think small fixed blade knives are worth it? No, I don't, unfortunately. I really don't. I don't really see room, like even for neck knives and stuff. I don't see them being worth it for the majority of people. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. Comment, like, and subscribe. Go hit the notify button. You got the links to support me in the description below. Hope you guys have a great day. See you on the next video.